In 1961, America was still listening to music on radios sitting by the window. But within just a few months, these songs had an entire generation completely obsessed. Stand By Me played during first dates. Hit the Road Jack blasted from diners and jukeboxes all day long. And then came Runaway, sounding like the voice of a young generation desperate to break free from every rule. Today, let's see how many of these 20 unforgettable, catchy songs from 1961 you still remember.
Let me tell you that I never had it so good. Yeah, I know you never.
Number 1. Stand By Me, Ben E. King.
As long as you stand by me.
In 1961, as American society was reeling with great upheavals, Ben E. King brought Stand By Me, a simple song yet full of spiritual strength. Although it only reached number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, the song quickly went beyond numbers to become an icon.
So darling, stand by me. Oh.
On television and stage, Ben only needed to open his voice for the whole audience to fall into silence. More than 2 decades later, when it appeared in the film Stand By Me, the song was reborn and sung again by a new generation. To this day, Stand By Me still resonates as an immortal promise of love and friendship.
Whenever you're in trouble, won't you stand by me?
Number 2. Hit the Road Jack, Ray Charles.
Baby, don't treat me this way. I'll be back on my feet someday.
Ray Charles, who brought soul into mainstream pop, reached his peak with Hit the Road Jack. The song's driving rhythm and straightforward lyrics lifted him to number 1 on the Billboard chart and won him a Grammy Award. Ray's live television performances made audiences explode with excitement. Thanks to his improvisational yet commanding style. More than just a 1961 hit, Hit the Road Jack has lived on in commercials, movies, and even everyday language, proof of its eternal cultural vitality. Number 3. The Lion Sleeps Tonight, The Tokens. From a South African folk melody, The Tokens turned The Lion Sleeps Tonight into a nationwide phenomenon, reaching number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, with soaring falsetto vocals and smooth harmonies. The song transported listeners into a space both wild and dreamlike. On stage and television, The Tokens brought freshness that made the song an unforgettable hit. 30 years later, when it appeared in The Lion King, the song exploded once more. To this day, it remains one of the most searched for and beloved 1961 songs worldwide. Number 4. Runaway, Del Shannon. In the early 1960s, as rock and roll was still taking shape, Del Shannon created a milestone with Runaway. The song shot straight to number 1 on the Billboard chart, highlighted by its unique Musitron solo that no one had ever heard before. When performing on television, Shannon, with his guitar and anguished voice, became an emblem of rebellious youth, though he never had another hit of the same magnitude. Runaway was enough to secure his place in history as a great one-hit wonder, living forever in the memory of youth.
She ran away.
Number 5. Please, Mr. Postman, The Marvelettes. In 1961, Motown was still in its infancy, but Please Mr. Postman became a historic breakthrough by bringing the Marvelettes to #1 on the Billboard chart, the first Motown single ever to achieve such glory. The girls performed the song on many television stages, delivering a youthful and radiant image. The song paved the way for Diana Ross and the Supremes, and an entire generation of Motown artists. More than half a century later, it is still remembered thanks to covers by the Beatles and the Carpenters, proving its timeless value. Number 6. Blue Moon, the Marcells. The Marcells' crazy doo-wop version of Blue Moon made them shoot to stardom with its unforgettable opening line, "Bump Baba Bump." The song soared to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The young men appeared on TV with a mix of innocence and playful mischief. Though their career was short-lived, this arrangement became a classic, used endlessly in films and commercials. To this day, the Marcells' Blue Moon remains proof that one creative moment can make music immortal. Number 7. Tossin' and Turnin', Bobby Lewis.
I kick the blankets on the floor. Turn my pillow upside down.
In 1961, as pop and R&B were entering every household via radio, Bobby Lewis unexpectedly delivered a phenomenon with Tossin' and Turnin'. This lively track not only reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100, but held the spot for 7 consecutive weeks, a rare feat at the time. On television programs, Bobby Lewis performed with boundless energy, captivating audiences with his smile and magnetic voice. Though his career did not continue to shine, Tossin' and Turnin' found its way into many films and shows, becoming a dance classic of the 1960s. Number 8. Crying, Roy Orbison. Roy Orbison, with his deep voice and haunting high notes, created a masterpiece with Crying. The song climbed to #2 on the Billboard Hot 100, touching the raw pain of a broken heart. When performing, Orbison often closed his eyes, his face full of emotion. From this moment on, I'll be pulling audiences deep into each sorrowful note. Later, Don McLean covered the song and once again took it to the charts, proving that the sorrow Orbison sang was eternal. Today, Crying is still regarded as one of the most heartbreaking love songs of the 20th century.
Here's my story, it's sad but true.
Number 9. Runaround Sue, Dion. From a member of the Belmonts, Dion stepped into a solo career and solidified his name with Runaround Sue. The song shot straight to #1 on the Billboard chart, becoming one of the most vibrant rock and roll tracks of 1961. Dion brought the song to many television programs, performing with confidence and the rebellious energy that defined him. Though his career had ups and downs, Runaround Sue remains his legacy, marking Dion's place in early 60s rock and roll history.
When we kiss, my heart's on fire.
Number 10. Surrender, Elvis Presley.
So warm and tender. Let me
Elvis Presley remained the centerpiece of the music world in 1961, and Surrender further proved it. A ballad inspired by a traditional Italian melody, the song quickly rose to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, showcasing Elvis's versatility. Both explosive rock and roll and sweet romance. Major television shows repeatedly aired the song, making it an international love anthem. More than half a century later, Surrender proves that Elvis was not only the king of rebellion, but also a magnificent musical storyteller.
be mine tonight.
Tonight you're mine completely.
Number 11. Will You Love Me Tomorrow? The Shirelles.
It's the morning sun.
Will You Love Me Tomorrow was not only a romantic ballad, but also a historic milestone, becoming the first song by an African-American girl group to reach number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. The Shirelles performed it on many television stages.
Tell me now, and I won't ask again.
Their feminine yet confident style, paving the way for girl groups like the Supremes. Today, Will You Love Me Tomorrow is still considered the quintessential brill-building sound and a symbol of both strength and romance in women's music.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
Number 12. Quarter to Three, Gary U.S. Bonds. In a year filled with sweet ballads and doo-wop harmonies, Gary U.S. Bonds shook up the dance floors with Quarter to Three. Its wild rhythm propelled it straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, making it the biggest party rock anthem of 1961. Bonds appeared on many TV shows, performing with energy and spontaneity that had audiences up on their feet, though his career never reached such heights again. The song lived on, later performed by Bruce Springsteen and other rock legends. Quarter to Three remains a symbol of youthful joy and the wild spirit of early 60s parties.
You start the year off fine.
Number 13. Calendar Girl, Neil Sedaka.
If I ask your dad and mom, they let me take you to the junior prom.
In the bright atmosphere of the early 60s, Neil Sedaka left his mark with Calendar Girl. The song rose to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming a cheerful teen pop anthem beloved by school-age audiences. On television, Sedaka performed with optimism and a radiant smile.
The heart's in a whirl. I love my little calendar girl.
Winning the hearts of young fans. Though he later achieved many songwriting successes, Calendar Girl is forever tied to his image of sweet youth. Even today, it often appears in films and nostalgic shows, evoking carefree memories of 1961.
Every day of the year.
I'm a traveling man, made a lot of stops.
Number 14. Travelin' Man, Ricky Nelson.
And a doll down in old Hong Kong waits for my return.
Ricky Nelson, one of the era's biggest teen idols, captivated fans with Travelin' Man. The song hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, telling the story of a wandering young man finding fleeting loves across the world. Featured on his family's TV show, The Adventures of Ozzie and Harriet,
Nation, baby, over the sea. I remember the night.
the song reinforced Nelson's image as a multi-talented star, both actor and singer. With his warm voice and charming stage presence, he became a teenage heartthrob, though his later fame dimmed. Travelin' Man lives on as both a teen idol anthem and one of the sweetest hits of 1961.
Well, I'm a traveling man. Worst person I know. Mother-in-law.
Number 15, Mother-in-Law, Ernie K. Doe.
Mother-in-law.
Closing out 1961 was a surprising hit, Mother-in-Law. With humorous lyrics and playful R&B rhythm, Ernie K. Doe took the song straight to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. It quickly became a novelty phenomenon, played endlessly on radio, and performed energetically on TV shows.
If she would leave, that would be the solution. And don't come back no more.
On stage, K. Doe's comedic style won over audiences with laughter and charm. Though his career left no further major mark, Mother-in-Law is still remembered as a classic novelty hit. Proof that music doesn't always need heartbreak. Sometimes joy alone is enough to make history. More than 60 years later, these songs still have the power to bring back old memories, lost summers, first loves, and moments that once felt unforgettable. Maybe that's the magic of music from 1961. It never really leaves us. So before you go, tell us in the comments, which song instantly took you back in time? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next journey into the golden age of music.
To hear you sigh, even though I know you're lying, 'cause I love you.
Imagine an evening in 1957. A soft golden glow fills the room, and a radio hums gently in the corner, like an old friend that never leaves. Outside, the streets are quiet. But then, a melody begins. No introduction, no name needed. Just a few opening notes, and suddenly a memory rushes back. Maybe it's a summer long gone. Maybe it's someone you once loved, or a moment you thought you had forgotten. These 15 songs aren't just meant to be heard. They're meant to be remembered. And when the music starts, will you smile or fall silent?
I hear the cottonwoods whispering above.
Number 13, Tammy, Debbie Reynolds.
Whippoorwill, you and I know.
From the silver screen to the radio waves, Tammy made the world fall in love with Debbie Reynolds' gentle voice. Born from the film Tammy and the Bachelor, it defined innocence and purity. When Debbie sang, it felt like summer paused to listen.
Charms, I'd sing like a violin.
The song reached number 1, becoming a symbol of the 1950s, a time when love was tender, honest, and unhurried. Tammy didn't need power or drama, just a soft smile and a whisper to melt every heart that heard it. Number 12, So Rare, Jimmy Dorsey. So Rare was the final masterpiece of big band legend Jimmy Dorsey. A farewell wrapped in melody, the saxophone weaves through the air like the last breath of an era, swing, jazz, and ballroom dreams. Dorsey passed away soon after the song hit number 2, giving the tune a sacred aura. So Rare reminds us that beauty is fragile, and that's what makes it eternal. As the notes fade, you don't hear an ending. You hear memory continuing to live.
Well, I never felt more like singing the blues, 'cause I never thought
Number 11, Singing the Blues, Guy Mitchell.
stars no longer shine. The dream is gone. I thought
Guy Mitchell brought a rare optimism to heartbreak. Singing the blues doesn't dwell in sadness. It smiles through it. It's about a man left behind, but instead of crying, he sings, dances, and moves on. Its cheerful country pop rhythm helped people forget their loneliness.
The moon and stars no longer shine. The dream is gone.
In 1957, when the world was changing fast, Mitchell reminded everyone that music wasn't just for tears, it was for healing. The song was sunlight in a storm, a way for America to find joy again.
Without you, you got me singing the blues.
Bye-bye, love. Bye-bye, happiness.
Number 10, Bye Bye Love, the Everly Brothers. A breakup song that somehow makes you smile. Bye Bye Love dances between joy and sorrow, laughter and tears. The rhythm is bright, the guitar's lively, but the lyrics ache with goodbye. The Everly Brothers turned heartbreak into art, singing of loss while keeping the light alive. Bye Bye Love belongs to everyone who's ever loved, been hurt, and still dared to say goodbye. But I'll never stop believing in love.
Say forever, boy and girl, there's just one love in this whole world, and I
Number 9, Young Love, Sonny James.
love, you're my love, first love.
Young Love was simple, yet it had a kind of magic. Sonny James didn't perform, he confided. He sang about first love, first glances, and trembling kisses. In a world roaring with rock, Young Love breathed softly, making everyone remember what it felt like to be young.
Our love, we share with thee.
The song topped both pop and country charts, a rare miracle in 1957. Even today, when its melody plays, you can almost feel that same nervous sweetness, as if holding someone's hand for the very first time.
Share with thee emotion.
Find a wheel and it goes round, round, round as it skims along.
Number 8, Round and Round, Perry Como.
Spinning round, 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 'cause you found what you've been dreaming.
Perry Como was calm in the middle of the rock and roll storm. Round and round spun like life itself, love arriving, leaving, and returning once more. His deep, velvety voice made listeners feel safe, wrapped in memory. The song was a reminder.
Brand new sound and your head goes spinning round, round, round.
No matter how many times the wheel turns, what matters most is the moment we truly love. Listening to Perry feels like sitting before an old radio, coffee in hand, peace in your heart, while the world outside keeps changing.
Found, 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 for you know that this is really love.
On a day like today,
Number 7, Love Letters in the Sand, Pat Boone. As the waves kissed the shore, Pat Boone sat and sang. Love Letters in the Sand was a love letter to the past, gentle, fleeting, yet unforgettable. Boone's smooth voice drifted like the ocean breeze. The song became the soundtrack of countless quiet goodbyes on sandy beaches. Each lyric felt like words, written in sand, erased by waves but forever etched in memory. Boone didn't need fire or frenzy, just a soft melody, enough to make the world stop for 3 silent minutes. Number 6, School Days, Chuck Berry. Ring, ring goes the bell. The sound of a school bell opens this anthem of American youth. Chuck Berry wasn't just a guitarist. He was a storyteller with strings. School Days voiced a generation yearning to break free, to live fully. In every note, you hear laughter on the playground, shoes tapping on floors, and the dream of freedom growing stronger. Rock and roll wasn't born in boardrooms or grand theaters. It came from classrooms and the fiery hearts of kids who just wanted to be heard. Number 5, Too Much, Elvis Presley. Elvis appears for the third time in this list, and Too Much proves that no one could ever imitate him. Every lyric, every guitar note burned with his signature fire. It was a song for dance halls and restless youth wanting to break free. When Elvis sang, "Every time I kiss your sweet lips, I feel a thrill all over me," the world understood. This was the voice of passion itself. In 1957, no one sang about love that was both innocent and burning quite like he did. And that's why Elvis remains the king. Number 4, Wake Up Little Susie, the Everly Brothers. A story about two young lovers falling asleep in a movie theater might sound like a joke, but the Everly Brothers turned it into legend. Wake Up Little Susie is laughter mixed with heartbeats, playful yet sweet.
Wake up, pretty Susie, wake up. Wake up.
Their voices blended perfectly, like two young souls bound together. The melody carries the spirit of American teenage life, innocent, awkward, and terrified of what the parents will say. Listening now, you can still taste the sweetness of a time when love was just a shy smile and a held hand beneath the theater lights.
Wake up, pretty Susie. I'm so young and you're so old. This, my darling.
Number 3, Diana Paul Anka.
The birds up in the trees. Oh.
A 16-year-old boy from Canada wrote this song for an older neighbor. No one imagined that Diana would turn Paul Anka into a global star overnight. The song began with light guitar, soft percussion, and a trembling teenage voice. But that very innocence melted hearts around the world.
With all my heart, and I hope we will never part.
Diana wasn't just a melody, it was a love letter to youth. When Paul sang, "I'm so young and you're so old," everyone felt that same ache of loving someone they couldn't have. 70 years later, that melody still makes people smile in nostalgia. Please stay until the end of this video. The songs ahead will surprise you and stir your emotions in ways you won't expect.
I know you sent me
Number 2, You Send Me, Sam Cooke.
and take you home. Whoa.
Amid the wild roar of rock, Sam Cooke brought something entirely different: tenderness. You Send Me was a love song as pure and gentle as a first confession. His voice was soft as velvet, touching hearts without even trying. He didn't shout, didn't explode. He simply sang with sincerity.
Whenever I'm with you, I know.
And the world went silent. The song became a bridge between gospel and soul, opening a new era for black music. Even today, people still feel as if someone is whispering to them, "You send me," in a way words can't describe.
Me, whoa, send me.
Number 1, Jailhouse Rock, Elvis Presley.
Everybody in old Singapore was dancing to the jailhouse rock.
The whole world seemed to stop when Elvis appeared in that striped prison suit. Jailhouse Rock wasn't just a song. It was a declaration of an entire generation. The guitar struck, Elvis turned, shrugged, flashed that half smile, and every girl in America lost her composure.
Number 47 said to number 3, you the cutest jailbird I ever.
This was the moment when rock and roll became more than music. It became a cultural revolution. Every hip shake from Elvis was a challenge to old traditions. And when he sang "Let's Rock," the world knew that music had found its king. And just like that, the music fades, but the memories don't. These songs were never just melodies. They were the background to your life. Moments of joy, love, and everything in between. So tell me, which song brought you back the most? If one of these tracks made you pause, even for a second, don't keep it to yourself. Share it, relive it, and pass it on. And if you're not ready to leave 1957 just yet, there's another journey waiting for you right here, because some memories are too powerful to hear only once.
And she told me what to say. She said she loved you, and you know that.
1964 was the golden age of catchy songs, the kind of music you couldn't escape no matter where you went. It was the year the Beatles took over America, Motown exploded, and an entire generation lived through music every single day. But the real question is, after all these years, how many of these songs do you still remember? Number 1, I Want to Hold Your Hand, The Beatles. In 1964, this song didn't just play on the radio, it spilled into everyday life. People heard it in living rooms, barbershops, and in cars passing through small towns. It carried the feeling that youth finally had a voice of its own. No longer as formal as the previous generation, music now felt brighter, more personal, and easier to connect with emotionally. For many who grew up that year, this song marked the first moment they realized the world was changing, and that they were standing right in the middle of it, feeling younger, freer, and full of hope for what lay ahead. Number 2, Dancing in the Street, Martha and the Vandellas. In 1964, this song changed the atmosphere the moment it came on. It felt like opening the door and stepping outside, where people met on the streets regardless of age or background. It was the sound of summer. Hot evenings, open windows, and radios turned up loud. For many, this song is tied to a shared memory, where the street wasn't just a place to pass through, but a place to come together and celebrate. It represents a rare moment when music, community, and human emotion blended naturally and honestly. Number 3, I Get Around, The Beach Boys. This song carries the unmistakable scent of 1964. Sunshine, wind, cars, and familiar roads. It evokes the feeling of going everywhere. Even if you were really just circling your hometown. For the Beach Boys, music wasn't about distant dreams, but about everyday life right in front of the listener.
I get around, yeah, get around, round, I get around, get around.
For those who grew up that year, this song was the sound of freedom before responsibility set in. When youth believed that simply leaving the house meant the start of an adventure. A very American feeling, real and unforgettable. Number 4, People, Barbra Streisand.
And yet letting our grown-up cry.
Amid a year filled with energetic rhythms, this song arrived like a necessary pause. It didn't rush or demand attention. It asked the listener to stop and reflect.
In
Barbra Streisand's voice carried maturity and depth, leading many to realize for the first time that music could be thoughtful and introspective. For those who grew up in 1964, this song is tied to private moments when people began thinking more deeply about relationships and genuine human connection. A song that didn't chase trends, but quietly endured alongside time.
First be a person who needs people.
There is a house in New Orleans.
Number 5, The House of the Rising Sun, The Animals.
And it's been the ruin of many a poor boy.
In 1964, this song felt completely different from everything else on the radio. Its heavy tone and somber story made listeners think. It spoke of choices, consequences, and roads that couldn't be retraced. For many young people, it was the first time they felt music could be dark and painfully honest. The song didn't try to entertain. It asked listeners to sit with it. That seriousness is exactly why it became such a deep memory for those who grew up in 1964, when youth first began confronting real life. If even one melody makes your heart sink, stay until the end of the video. There's a small surprise waiting for those who truly lived with the music of 1964. Number 6, Do Wah Diddy Diddy, Manfred Mann.
She looked fine and I nearly lost my mind. Before I knew it, she was walking.
This is the kind of song where just a few opening beats can change your mood instantly. In 1964, it was closely tied to morning radio, short drives, and the sense that life was still light and uncomplicated.
Together nearly every single day singing.
With no deep message, the song delivered joy directly and effortlessly. For many, it's the kind of music you don't remember in detail. You just know it feels familiar. It represents a time when life wasn't overly complex and happiness came from small, simple moments. A song that makes you smile for no particular reason. Number 7, You Really Got Me, The Kinks. In 1964, this song sounded like a break from everything that came before it. Its raw, powerful sound stood in sharp contrast to the smoother melodies of the time. For many young listeners, it expressed emotions they couldn't yet put into words. Restlessness, tension, and the urge to be heard. It didn't try to please everyone, and that's what made it special. This song marked the moment rock music became rougher and more confrontational, reflecting a generation trying to assert its own voice in a rapidly changing world. Number 8, Oh, Pretty Woman, Roy Orbison. Roy Orbison always felt slightly apart from the crowd, and this song was no exception. In 1964, it was both romantic and quietly melancholic. His voice didn't need showmanship to leave an impact. It reached deep on its own. For many who grew up that year, this song is tied to first crushes, when admiration and distance existed side by side. It doesn't tell a complete story, but leaves behind a lingering, honest feeling. A song that brings back memories of moments when simply watching from afar felt like enough. Number 9. Chapel of Love, the Dixie Cups. In 1964, this song was everywhere, from family radios to small celebrations. It painted images of love, marriage, and a stable future. For many, it represented simple dreams filled with optimism.
No drama.
No drama, no complications. Just the belief that everything would work out. This song is closely tied to promises made, plans formed, and new beginnings in people's lives. It clearly reflects the spirit of its time, when faith in the future remains strong and unbroken. Number 10. Baby Love, the Supremes. Motown nearly dominated the airwaves in 1964, and this song was an essential part of that sound. Its gentle yet captivating vocals easily drew listeners in. For many who grew up that year, it represents the sweetness of first emotions, when love was simple and unclouded by doubt. It played during quiet evenings and small gatherings, becoming part of everyday life. This song recalls a time when feelings were trusted instinctively, without hesitation or fear. Number 11. My Guy, Mary Wells. This song conveys a quiet sense of confidence. In 1964, Mary Wells didn't need to raise her voice to stand out. Her delivery suggested certainty, choice, and trust in the person she loved. For many women at the time, this music reflected a more mature, assured approach to relationships. The song doesn't say much, but it says enough for listeners to feel its steadiness. It's tied to enduring values, when love was viewed as commitment rather than a passing emotion. Number 12. She Loves You, The Beatles.
And she told me what to say. She said she loved you, and you know that.
Although it wasn't released in 1964, this was the year the song truly swept across America. It appeared constantly on radio and television, becoming part of the collective memory. For many, it's associated with joy, optimism, and youthful energy.
That she loves you, and you know you should be glad.
There was no need to analyze it. Hearing it alone was enough to lift spirits. The song represents a time when music delivered happiness directly, when youth believed that everything could feel better with just one familiar melody.
You know you should be glad. With a love.
I've been crying, 'cause I'm lonely.
Number 13. Come See Me, The Miracles.
It keeps me crying, baby, for you. Keeps me crying.
Smokey Robinson always brought a sense of warmth, and this song is no exception. In 1964, it played softly and unhurried, fitting perfectly into quiet evenings when the radio felt like a companion. For many listeners, it represents intimacy.
Come on, boy, see about me. Oh, see about me. See.
Relationships that didn't need to be loud or dramatic. It reflects a time when feelings were expressed gently but sincerely. A song that never demanded attention, yet stayed with those who grew up alongside it.
You know I'm so lonely. See about me. I love you for.
Number 14. Everybody Loves Somebody, Dean Martin.
Every boy would find what I found in your heart.
Amid the surge of youth-oriented music, this song offered comfort and familiarity. In 1964, Dean Martin embodied a classic, relaxed, romantic style. For many adults, it served as a reminder that traditional values still mattered.
And although my dream was overdue,
The song is linked to peaceful evenings, when music didn't need to change the world, just make listeners feel at ease. It connected two generations, bringing past and present together in one gentle melody.
and although my dream was overdue.
Hello, Dolly. This is Nurse Dolly.
Number 15, Hello Dolly, Louis Armstrong.
Under an empty letters. Dolly, never go away again.
When this song climbed the charts in 1964, it felt like a familiar smile returning. Louis Armstrong's calm, welcoming presence made listeners feel at home. For many, it marked a moment when past and present coexisted on the radio. The song didn't follow trends, yet still reached the hearts of the public. It reminded listeners that music isn't only about reinvention, but also continuity. A song that reassures us that even as times change, iconic voices always retain their place.
Go away. Go away.
It's amazing how just a few songs can bring back an entire lifetime of memories. These catchy songs from 1964 weren't just hits on the radio. They became part of people's lives, relationships, and unforgettable moments. And the truth is, there are still many more classic songs waiting to unlock memories you may not have thought about in decades. So don't go anywhere, because the next video might contain the one song that instantly takes you back to your youth all over again.
It's always the soul whose intentions are good.
Had to go, no, she wouldn't say.
1965 wasn't the loudest year in rock, but it was the year that made hearts feel the deepest. The ballads born in that time didn't need to scream. They could leave you speechless after just a few notes.
All I hear is the sound of rain.
15 songs, 15 memories you can't erase. But what truly makes them unforgettable isn't just the melody, it's the stories behind them you've never heard. Number 14, Be My Baby, the Ronettes. 3 drum beats, and the world changed. Be My Baby sounds like a sweet love song, but behind it lies something far more complex. Producer Phil Spector controlled every detail, every beat, every layer of sound. He created the wall of sound, but also a world the singer couldn't escape. Few people know Ronnie Spector, the lead singer, later became his wife and lived in a nearly completely controlled marriage. So when she sings, Be my baby, it's not just love, it's a plea trapped inside perfection.
Oh, honey, like you, the only man I ever wanted. And
Number 13, Piece of My Heart, Janis Joplin. This isn't a song, it's self-destruction. Janis Joplin held nothing back when she sang Piece of My Heart. Every word feels torn from her chest, raw, painful, uncontrollable. Few people know the original wasn't hers, but she turned it into a confession with no turning back. She wasn't singing about love. She was singing about being loved, until there was nothing left. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. It sounds like an invitation, but in truth, it's surrender. Number 12, Will You Love Me Tomorrow? The Shirelles.
Will you still love me tomorrow?
Not every question needs an answer. Some questions only reveal fear. Will You Love Me Tomorrow isn't a love song. It's the moment after everything has already happened and can't be undone. Few people know the song was once criticized for being too sensitive for its time.
It's the morning sun.
A young woman daring to ask about love after giving everything, and that's exactly what made it painfully real. The voice is soft, but underneath is uncertainty. Not, do you love me? But, will you still be there tomorrow?
Will you still love me tomorrow?
You don't own me. I'm not just one of your.
Number 11. You Don't Own Me, Leslie Gore.
Tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to say.
She was only 17 when she sang the line, You Don't Own Me. A simple sentence, but it exploded in the 1960s. Leslie Gore didn't shout. She kept her voice calm, almost cold. And that control made the song feel even more dangerous.
So just let me be myself. That's all I ask of.
Few people know it was written by two men. But when Gore sang it, it stopped being just a song. It became a statement. In a time when women were defined by men, she stood there and refused. No pleading, no explanation, just one line. I don't belong to anyone. And history began to change in that moment.
The way I want. Say whatever I believe.
All my troubles seem so far away.
Number 10. Yesterday, The Beatles.
Something wrong now, I long for yesterday.
One of the strangest stories in music history. Yesterday came to Paul McCartney in a dream. He woke up, played the melody, then went around asking people if they had heard it before, convinced he had accidentally stolen it. But no, it was completely original.
Had to go, no, she wouldn't say.
Controversially, no other Beatles played on the recording, just Paul and a string quartet. And from a dream came the most covered song of all time. Maybe some songs don't belong to this world at first.
Oh, I believe in yesterday.
You're trying hard not to show it.
Number 9. You've Lost That Lovin' Feelin'. At nearly 4 minutes long, this song was considered too long for radio in 1965. So producer Phil Spector made a bold move. He printed a fake runtime, 3:05, to trick DJs. And it worked. According to BMI, it became the most played song in American radio history. Even more incredible, the slow intro, the very thing that gives it emotional power, was almost cut for being too long. If that had happened, we might have lost one of the greatest moments in music history. Number 8. Unchained Melody, The Righteous Brothers.
Still more.
Here's something surprising. Unchained Melody was originally just a B-side. Bobby Hatfield ended up singing the entire song solo because his partner didn't want to attempt the high notes. And yet, that secondary track became legendary. Years later, the song was revived by the film Ghost, making many believe it was a 1990s song. But in reality, it had already been touching hearts since 1965. A song that never dies, only waits for the right moment to return.
There are places I remember.
Number 7. In My Life, The Beatles.
Something you know I know I'll never lose affection.
Few people know the original version of In My Life was simply a list of places John Lennon had visited in Liverpool.
No, I'll often stop and think about them.
He deleted most of it because it felt too personal. Even more fascinating, the piano solo that sounds like a harpsichord wasn't one. It was a piano recorded at a slower speed, then sped up.
As with you, and these memories lose their meaning.
A brilliant studio trick for its time. And the Lennon-McCartney debate over who wrote it has never been resolved. Maybe because memory doesn't belong to just one person.
I love you more.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Number 6. The Sound of Silence. Simon and Garfunkel.
People hearing without listening. People
A shocking truth. The version you know was never supposed to exist. Producer Tom Wilson secretly added electric instruments to the acoustic track without the duo's knowledge. When the song became a #1 hit, Paul Simon was in England and heard it for the first time on the radio, thinking it was a cover. He later admitted, without that intervention, the song might have disappeared forever. A masterpiece, born from a decision that today might be considered a serious violation.
disturb the sound of silence.
Since you gotta go, oh, you better go now.
Number 5. Go Now. The Moody Blues.
I want you to tell me just what you intend to do now.
Go Now wasn't even written by the band. It was a cover. But few people know the original version by Bessie Banks had a completely different soul feel.
I want to see you go, oh, you better go now.
The Moody Blues turned it into a desperate rock ballad. After reaching #1 in the UK, everything seemed ready to explode.
Since you gotta go, oh, you better go now.
Instead, the band fell into internal turmoil. Lead singer Denny Lane left just a year later. Ironically, the version the world remembers isn't even the lineup they later became famous for.
I don't want to see you go, but darling, better go now.
Baby, do you understand me now? If sometimes
Number 3. Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. The Animals.
good, oh Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood.
Few people know this song was originally written for Nina Simone, as a personal apology from the songwriter to his wife.
The soul whose intentions are good, oh Lord, please don't let me be.
But in the hands of the Animals, it became a global cry. Eric Burdon later admitted he didn't sing it technically, he just let it out, like a raw instinct.
Life has its problems, and I get my share, and that's one thing I never be.
That imperfection made the recording feel almost frighteningly real. And decades later, when it appeared in Kill Bill Volume 1, it took on a completely different meaning. Cold, dangerous, and driven by revenge.
Yes, it's the soul whose intentions are good. Oh Lord, please don't.
It is the evening of the day.
Number 2. As Tears Go By, the Rolling Stones.
My riches can't buy everything.
One little known fact, As Tears Go By wasn't originally meant for the Rolling Stones. It was written for Marianne Faithfull, and her version was released first.
All I hear is the sound of rain falling.
When the Stones recorded it, Keith Richards felt almost embarrassed because it sounded too soft. What's striking is that Mick Jagger was only in his early 20s, yet wrote lyrics like someone who had lived an entire lifetime.
I sit and watch the children play.
Many critics later saw this song as the first sign that the Stones weren't just bad boys, but real artists, growing right before the public's eyes.
I sit and watch as tears go by.
Number 1. Norwegian Wood, The Beatles. There are relationships that are never meant to exist out in the open. John Lennon wrote Norwegian Wood as a confession, carefully disguised so no one could accuse him. Few people know he wrote it about an extramarital affair and deliberately hid it behind cold, subtle humor in the final line. But the real twist lies in one detail, the room that burned down. Many believe it was Lennon's imagined revenge. When George Harrison added the sitar, they weren't just experimenting with sound. They unknowingly sparked the psychedelic rock movement that followed. Truth about 1965. It didn't need to be loud to be unforgettable. Just a few notes, and suddenly, you're somewhere else again. So before you leave, which song brought you back? Tell me below, because in the next video, the emotions get heavier, the stories get darker, and the music, it won't just stay with you, it will change you.